Kamala Harris is our nation's laughingstock, and even the Democrats agree. A new report claims that the DNC ran a focus group to understand why voters don't like the vice president, and the feedback was just brutal. Several were rubbed the wrong way by the way she laughs. And you know what? I think they have a point.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
I really love Venn diagrams. You know, the circles, right? 3 usually. You know, it comes in the morning.
Democrats in the focus group also questioned if Joe Biden actually likes Harris. Well, watch out, Kamala. It looks like AOC is moving in on your turf. President Biden praising the socialist firebrand during an Earth Day event.
Representative Ocasio-Cortez in New York, you know, I learned a long time ago, listen to that lady.
What did he say?
No one knows what he said, and it was.
Do you know what he said?
Learned a long time ago.
Learned a long time
actually,
ago.
I don't actually want to do that anymore, to explain to America what he's saying, because he should be able to do that, or the press office should. But what he said is, I've listened to the lady, and she makes a lot of sense. Can I go?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. It's actually driving me crazy that the White House expects us to be the interpreters for what he's saying, and then they say to us, he's been very clear. Like, absolutely no, he hasn't. And the other thing is, he goes on the Earth Day event in Virginia, and he takes the congresswoman from New York, instead of surrounding himself by fishermen and hunters in Virginia saying, look at all the great things I've done for the environment. Does he need the youth vote that badly that he has to have her with him with her brand new hiking boots that I don't think had ever seen dirt before until the day before? The laugh for Kamala Harris isn't necessarily the problem. It's that she laughs at the wrong time. None of us can change our own voice or the way that we laugh. And I do think she has a good sense of humor, but people say that the laugh drives them crazy. And also she laughs when she's kind of nervous, like, why haven't you been to the southern border? And then she laughs about that, and so it seems very awkward. Then you have the media that's just like, the easiest job in the world is being a Democratic communications staffer, right? Because you can get the New York Times to rewrite Kamala Harris is rebranding, and this time it's working 18 times when it's obviously not working, and they just do it again. It's like handing out ice cream in the desert.
All right, Tyrus, is the laugh nothing more than a cover for her incompetence?
Listen, it's not
she doesn't know?
I agree with Dan. It's not the laugh. Okay, we all have a laugh. I have a one-syllable laugh. I go, ha, real loud when I find something funny, rarely. But it's what happens before the laugh is the problem, to Dana's point. She's not dropping gold and just, solved one of our problems and goes, ha, ha, because if she laughed after she solved problems or gave a somewhat recognizable answer, Biden has an excuse. He's 170 years old, and he doesn't know who he's talking about as far as AOC. He described her as a smart lady, which he probably thought she was a lot older. The tough thing for Kamala is not getting Joe to like her. It's that every day she has to make friends with Joe. Every day. It's like the movie, the Adam Sandler movie. It's just every day repeats. It's a new day with him. You got to show him the paper and everything else. So that's the issue.
Jesse, what do you think of the idea of swapping her out, Kamala out?
Wife swap? I love it.
Not wife swap, Jesse.
AOC for Kamala. I'm here for it, Judge. I think it would be the best thing, and this race needs a little wife swap. We'd have to talk to the husbands first, but I'm sure they'd be fine with it. The story here, Judge, is that the DNC ran a focus group on Kamala and then leaked it to CNN. Think about it. Why'd they have to leak this? This is an internal, expensive focus group to help improve and understand the ticket.
Yeah.
And then they just dropped the dirt
does that tell
to
you
CNN.
they don't want her?
That tells me CNN and the DNC both don't like Kamala.
Okay.
It also tells me, and because I'm reading a book about emotional intelligence, I already knew all this anyway, but, you got to brush up. You're not supposed to laugh at your own jokes. You're just not. So if you ever catch me doing it, I'm not very emotionally intelligent.
Okay. All right, Harold, do you want to wrap this up?
Quickly, I said strong and wrong. I meant strong and wrong, right, and weak in the last thing. But this is what she should be doing also. To change the way people think about you, You got to change substance. I like her. She's smart, but I don't think they're utilizing and putting her in areas where she can be at her best. She's a good prosecutor. We may differ on that, but she was a good prosecutor who was strong on crime. We have a crime problem in the country. Get out across the country. You've done a great job advocating on behalf of women's health rights. You've done a great job being an advocate for the administration on abortion. Get out and be an advocate for what are the best practices fighting crime? What are the best practices raising police morale around the country? What are the best practices to try to roll back these Cassius bailouts? That's what you need to do. If I were in that vice president's office advising, that's what I would have her doing. That would help get beyond all of these things.
So you're saying wife swap is on the table? What I just heard.
Yeah. Strong and wrong, right?
Okay, good.
But
You
wait
don't
a
want to be
minute.
right.
So why would she why would she wipe out the cashless bail, seeing as she was putting up money for the Minnesota Bail Fund? I mean, maybe the woman has just changed. And why does she need you to tell her this? How come she can't figure this out on her own?
All you do is give advice to President Trump on the show.
I do. Well, I don't know that he's listening.
We know Kamala's watching. What's up, Kamala?
Right.
Sorry about the wife swap thing.
Okay.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.